Welcome back, yogis. Today's focus is going to be on headache relief. This is going to be part of my prescription style yoga, and we will be stretching this entire spine top to bottom today. So to start, we will come into a child's pose. You should be familiar with this pose by now. You can either take a wide knee child's pose or have your knees together. Either way, start to rest your forehead onto the ground, either pressing through the palms to strengthen the shoulders or letting your arms be heavy. Our goal today will be to stretch the entire spine, top to bottom. And we will do that through rabbit pose, which you probably haven't taken with me before. Don't worry, I'll be giving lots of instruction. Rabbit is accessible for all bodies, and its goal is exactly that, to stretch the spine. It is known to relieve headaches because it will bring lots of oxygen, rich blood right to your head. So today's class will be warming up for that. Rabbit does not require any strength, so it's entirely a stretch. But we want to prepare the spine for that deep bend. So connecting with your breath in child's pose. Giving your body what it needs here. Start to walk the palms in. Just swing the legs out in front of you for your easy pose, Sukhasana, or legs crossed, Indian style, whatever you want to call it. Spine is long, chest shines forward. Find a flat back here. We'll take some circles, so bring the palms to the knees and just bring the spine forward with a flat back and rounding as we come back. So a little bit of cat and cow here in these circles. Moving as slowly as you'd like. Going in either direction. Of course, we will change ways in a minute here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and reverse. Still taking those circles, holding onto the knees, pulling our belly button in, bring the chest forward, round the spine as you come back. And let's go ahead, take your last circle and just pause in the center. Left hand behind the back to kickstand the spine nice and straight. Right hand to the left knee. Twist, look over your left shoulder. Use some strength with the arms to twist here, but you're not tensing your neck, so you're just turning your neck, getting a nice stretch there. Change sides, so left hand to right knee. Kickstand your back. Having a flat back is the first part of twisting, so make sure your spine is perfectly flat before you start to take your twist. Again, keeping the tension out of the neck. Go ahead, release. Let's come back center, finding that straight spine. So imagine I'm pulling your hair up. And let's take some neck rolls here. So dropping the head completely, going in either direction, of course. You know the drill. We'll change ways here. Taking about 4, and let's go ahead and change directions. You might have some snack, crackle, pop going on in the neck. It's perfectly okay as long as it's not causing any unnecessary pain. Take your last roll here, and we'll roll forward onto our knees for our tabletop pose. More spine warming up here. Let's do some cat and cow. So drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up. You can engage your core in your cow pose by pulling the hands, palms towards the knees. And rounding belly button to spine. Push through the hands. Pull the belly button in. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow. Curl your tailbone up and round for your cat pose. Use your core strength. One more. Drop the belly and go head round. Push back to child's pose. Tuck your toes under and just unfold the legs into down dog. You can pedal out the feet here if you like. Right, left, right, left. Getting into those hamstrings. Checking in, making sure your jaw's not clenching. You're not making any weird face expressions. And of course, your head is nice and heavy in your down dog. Gaze forward. Step your right foot in between the palms. Low lunge. Left foot meets it. Fold. Reverse your swan dive. Arms come up. Palms touch above our head. Lengthen up out of the waist. And dive forward. Hands plant. Right foot steps back. Left foot meets it. Down dog. Come forward through to your plank pose. Use your core strength to ripple forward. And we'll lower all the way to the belly. Hands wide and forward of the shoulders. Press into the palms. Lift up for your cobra. Your glutes are your anchor here. Shoulders roll up and down the spine. Look up. Exhale, release. Pushing through knee plank or high plank. And back to down dog. Look forward. Step your left foot in between the palms. Low lunge. Right foot meets it. Fold. Reverse your swan dive. Arms reach out and up. Palms touch above our head. Stretch up. Dive forward. Hands plant. Left foot steps back. Right foot meets it. Down dog. Come forward through to your plank pose. Use your core strength. Lower to the belly. Nice and slow. Hands are wide and forward of the shoulders. Press into the palms. Cobra. Feel your shoulders go down your back here. Release. Back to down dog, either right through your high plank or knee plank. Either way, find your way there. Look forward, right foot steps in between the palms. You don't need to lift it up here. We're still warming up. Left foot meets it, fold. Reverse swan dive. Palms touch. Diving forward, hands plant. Right foot steps back. Left foot meets it, down dog. And you can take your full vinyasa or do the knee plank to cobra, whatever is good for you. For your full vinyasa, coming to plank, taking chaturanga, that half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Only thing on the floor is the palms and the top of the feet. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, left foot steps in between the palms. Low lunge, get into that hip. Right foot meets it, fold. Reverse swan dive. Palms touch above our head. Dive forward, hands plant. Left foot steps back. Right foot meets it, down dog. And vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog. Exhale, down dog. This time, right leg rises, bend the right knee, drop it, open up that hip. So thinking about bringing your right heel towards your right glute, getting a nice stretch all along the side body. Straighten and square the right leg, step it through. Low lunge. Left foot meets it, fold. Reverse swan dive. Palms touch above the head, high mountain. Dive forward, hands plant. Right foot steps back. Left foot meets it, down dog. And taking your vinyasa or skipping it out if you're not feeling very well. listening to your body and your individual needs. Left foot rises, bend the knee, open up that hip. Foot is relaxed here, but you're squeezing in towards the glute, so using your leg strength to squeeze in. Nice side body stretch. Straighten and square the left leg. Step it through. Low lunge. Right foot meets the left. Fold. Reverse swan dive. Hands touch. Diving forward. Hands plant. Left foot steps back. Right foot meets it. Down dog. And vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. All right. Holding our down dog for a few breaths. And we're gonna come forward all the way to our belly, so lower nice and slow. We're gonna take locust pose. And we'll do a nice passive neck stretch. So, strengthen your legs, point your toes. So feel your knees off the ground. That's how you know your quads are turned on. So kneecaps lift up, glutes are strong. Palms will reach beside the body. So arms are straight back, palms facing one another like you're holding a block. Lift the shoulders up and down the spine. Feel your back strength is what's holding you up here, as well as the legs. If this feels good, interlace your fingers, 10 fingers interlock grip. Pull the shoulders down and back. And if you want more, legs can lift up off the ground. So no matter where you're at in this pose, you're getting the full benefits. Hold it. Go ahead, release. Rest your left ear on the mat. Getting a nice neck stretch. Come forward. Second set of locusts. Legs are strong, glutes to the toes. Engage everything. Arms reach straight back, palms face one another. Shoulder blades up and down the spine. And you can lift your legs off the ground and interlace the fingers if that feels good for you. That's your full locust. So taking any variation here. If you can't quite get the arms off the ground, have cobra arms here. Or you can just have them facing down, wherever is good for you. Go ahead, release. Opposite ear on the towel this time, so right ear. Nice neck stretch for both sides. Just breathe. Go ahead, bring your neck out straight. Put your hands into the ground like you're coming into cobra. We'll push right into our knee plank or high plank. Back to down dog. Walk your hands towards the back of your mat, one handprint at a time. Feet can stay hips width distance here. Just fold. Bend into the knees so your chest rests on the thighs. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Arms drop up and over for a shoulder stretch. Head is heavy. Can sway side to side. If you do have a headache, you can take your hand to the back of your neck and just kind of pull your head down here. You can straighten the legs as well. And with a grounded spine, we'll roll up one vertebrae at a time, meeting in our mountain pose. Head and chest are last to make their way up. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. We're going to take a twist before we get into rabbit pose. So, Go ahead, shift the weight into your left leg, lock it if you can, so kneecap lifts up, right knee comes up. So right thigh is parallel with the mat. Bring your left hand to the right knee, right arm reaches back for your dancing Shiva. Gaze goes towards the right hand. If you're wobbling, that's good. Means your body's working to stabilize you. And it will continue to get easier and easier, and you'll get less and less wobbles. I promise. I'm still wobbly, but I'm less wobbly than I was in the beginning. Belly button pulls in. Go ahead, release. Changing sides, so hands on hips, weights in the right leg. Engage that right knee, so kneecap lifts up. Left thigh up parallel to the floor. Right hand to left knee. Left arm extends back for your dancing Shiva twist. Belly button pulls in. Gentle gaze. Go ahead, release. Dive forward over straight legs, hands plant. One handprint at a time, walk back out into your down dog. Lengthen the spine. And go ahead, come to your knees. So, we're going to take half tortoise before rabbit. So sit your hips back on your heels. Arms reach up over the sides of our head. So thumbs are crossed, but our palms are in prayer. Stretch up out of your waist, and this is a child's pose variation, just like we did earlier. With a straight spine, we're going to come forward, put our palms on the ground, or the sides of our hands on the ground, and our forehead's going to rest on the ground. So our arms are locked and engaged here. Our forehead's resting on the mat, and we're pushing our hips back to our heels. So half tortoise is known to give you all the benefits of a headstand. So getting fresh, rich blood to the head without any risk, right? So this is a great pose. It's also claimed to give you lots of energy. So if you're ever tired or in a slump, this is supposed to be a prescription for energy. So come right here, skip the cup of coffee and just go right into your half tortoise. And we're going to exit the opposite way we came in. So interlock your thumbs, make them nice and tight. Squeeze the arms in towards the head and lift straight up. Arms down by our sides. All right, let's come into our rabbit. Open up your rabbit ears. You won't be able to watch me very well here, but this is really important that you get this alignment correct to get the full benefit. So catch a hold of your heels from this position we're in now. So thumbs on the outside, fingers on the inside. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Thumbs outside, fingers inside. So nice interlock grip. If you have a ponytail, take it out. You won't, it's best that you maybe have your hair in a low ponytail or just nothing. I usually don't have my hair up at all for rabbit. You just do not want anything in the way. You're going to pull your chin to your chest. So you'll have a throat choked feeling here. That's perfectly normal. You're doing it right. Chin to chest, round forward. You're going to put the top of your head on the floor right by your knees. So forehead's going to touch the knees. Get that tight grip on the heels. Roll forward so your arms straighten. Pull your heels back together, belly button towards your spine. If your head and knees have separated, walk the knees in a little bit so the knees and head are touching. Belly button pulls in. Roll forward on that head like a wheel. Just feel your spine stretching top to bottom. This is so wonderful for your spine, getting length. Belly button pulls in. Keep your eyes open here. And release. Hips come back. Roll your head up one vertebrae at a time. And we'll walk back into down dog. Let me know how your rabbit went. If you got a lot of great sensations, that's a big pose, a big spine stretch. So go ahead, come to down dog. We're gonna step our right foot in between the palms, low lunge. Left knee down. Rise up on the palms so you're in your low crescent. Now you can stay here if you want to take this into a quad stretch. Left hand reaches back for the left foot and pulls in. This is tricky to balance, so if you can't quite balance here, you can put your left hand down and have your right hand reach back. So either variation is good. The reason we want to open our hips too when focusing on a headache class is that our hips have a lot to do with our back, and our back has a lot to do with our head, right? The whole body is connected. So by opening up our hips, we're relieving back pain, which thus can relieve any neck or head pain. So this is a great, easy hip opener to relieve some lower back pain. So go ahead. Right knee comes back. We'll just change sides. Left foot comes forward, low lunge. You can rise up one hand at a time and taking it into a quad stretch. So either your right hand reaches back for your right foot, if you can balance here like that, or your right hand can plant and the left hand can reach back for the right foot. So any variation, really get into those hips. If you sit at a desk all day or maybe you drive a lot, your hips will be tight. That action of just sitting tightens the hips. So it's important to do stretches like this daily. Even if you stand in the kitchen cooking a lot, I'll notice if I'm baking a lot, my hips are tight. So this is really wonderful for relieving some of that back pain you might feel from standing or sitting all day. Go ahead, release. Let's plant the hands and come to down dog. And let's come to our belly one more time. We're going to take one final shoulder stretch here. So bring your arms out into a T. What you're going to do, so open up your ears here, is tense your left arm. So your left hand is bent, right arm is straightened out. Lift your left leg up and start to bring your left foot over your right leg. So you're getting a deep stretch into the right shoulder blade. If your left foot can't come to the ground, it can just dangle in the air. Again, making sure there's no pain, but a nice stretching sensation. And release. Let's change sides. So left arm is out straight, right hand bent. Lift your right leg up, bring it over the left. Head can be heavy. If your foot doesn't come down, it's just dangling in space, that's okay. Roll into your left shoulder a little bit more. Let this be a nice deep stretch. This is also a stretch we don't do very often in vinyasa classes. That's just so essential, so yummy, and just so deep in that shoulder. So take this one too if you do have any shoulder pain or tight shoulders. Go ahead, release. Let's come up into our hands and knees, and you can swing the legs out. We're going to lay onto our backs here. We'll take a twist and close our class. So find your way laying down. Get sit up however is good for you. And go ahead, bend the knees. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left knee for a figure four shape. Arms out at a T. And drop your hips over towards the left, or your feet over towards the left. Feet and hips. Gaze can go towards the right. Twist. No straining here. Back off if you feel any pain in the hip. This is a hip stretch, so like I said earlier, understanding the difference between stretching pain and pain is what makes you more of an advanced yoga practitioner. So identifying that point in your body is really important, and knowing how to modify. It's not necessarily about what cool poses you can do or how deep you can go. It's understanding how to properly listen and care for your body. Go ahead, release. Change the cross. So left ankle crosses on the right knee. Square off the arms. Drop the hips towards the right hip and foot. Gaze is towards the left. Also, you might start to identify the differences between both sides. My hips are tight in different areas on both sides. My hamstrings are different on both sides. My quads are different on both sides. So I think it's really cool that yoga kind of gives us that information. So let me know if you noticed anything today. How you felt in your rabbit pose. I would love to hear that. Rabbit can be kind of a shock to the system, much like a headstand can be, since it's a really big stretch. So if that felt scary to you, or maybe you felt lightheaded or dizzy, you probably did it right. So I know that's not what you want to hear, but usually the poses we don't like are the ones we need. So come back to this class as many times as you need. Go ahead, release. Stretch your legs out. Bring your arms in by your sides nice and close. This will allow for your circulation to come back to normal faster. Close your eyes and release. Shavasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you like this video, or if you have any questions or requests, leave me a comment. This was a requested video by Malai on YouTube, so follow her. If you don't, I'm sure she'll leave me a comment. And I hope to see you back soon, yogis. Namaste.